State the vertex of each of the following parabolas and then list the transformations. Please don't abbreviate. List the transformations that have occurred in each of the following quadratic expressions, then sketch a graph of the transforming function. So first of all, if we look at our vertex here, there's nothing added or subtracted to x. Nothing's represented by 0, -6. But we do need to take into account this negative here. That's going to reflect our graph over the y-axis. And you're not going to be able to really see that in the picture. I'll show it as a graph here in a moment. Our only other transformation is the fact that we're going to go down 6. So when we start here, 0, -6, there's our vertex. And then we're going to maintain our pattern. One space to the right, one up. But when you reflect it over the y-axis, this point, which is one space away from the y-axis, would really land right there. And we would go 2 spaces to the right, and 1, 2, 3, 4. But when we reflect that point over the y-axis, it would land here. It was 1, 2 spaces away from the y-axis, 1, 2 spaces away from the y-axis. There's our sketch. Number 9, our vertex. Change the sign, keep the sign. Transformations. This negative out in front, otherwise known as outside of the function, we reflect over the x-axis. We're going to go right 2, and we're going to go up 3. Start with our vertex here, right 2 and up 3. And then remember, we're reflecting over the x-axis, so we're going this way. Reflect it over. So normally we would go 1 space to the right and 1 up, except that we're going to reflect it, so we're going to go 1 down. We would go 2 spaces to the right and 4 up, but we're going to reflect it and go 1, 2, 3, 4 downward. 1 space to the left, 1 down. 2 spaces to the left, and 1, 2, 3, 4 down. There's our picture. And lastly on this practice, y equals negative x plus 3 quantity squared minus 5, our vertex. Change the sign, keep the sign. And once again, we're going to reflect over the x-axis. We're going to go left 3, and we're going to go down 5. And let's start by graphing. -3, left 3, down 5. And once again, we are going to reflect over the x-axis. So we're going from here, and we're going to turn it upside down. So when we do that, same pattern as before. 1 space to the right, 1 up, except that we're going to reflect. So we're going 1 down. 2 spaces to the right, instead of going 4 up, we're going to go 4 down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 space to the left, 1 down. 2 spaces to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4 down. And as I finish this video, I want to specify that I'm always counting from the vertex when I graph these points here. But we can finish by drawing the picture, and there's our quadratic reflected over the x-axis.